I also like because they're doing a lot of loving new things, right? So you watch them, huh? Yeah. You want to learn.
Start with the Ankara.
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणा ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाग्देवीर्वाचिनीमती दीनामवित्रयवतो वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ तुच्छयो रावणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वन्दिगासु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्कुलम् पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वम् यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् पुराणतत्त्वस्येषानः यदन्नेनाधिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतोऽध्यायागश्च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादो बहुधैः पुरुषः पादोऽस्तेहा भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत् शासनानशने अभि तस्मात् विराडजायता विराजो अधिपूरुषः सचातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतन्वत वसन्तो अस्यासीदाज्यम् ग्रीष्मयुग्मः शरद्धविः सप्तास्यासन् परिदयः त्रिसप्तसविदः कृताः देवा यद्यज्ञं तन्वानाः अवग्नं पुरुषं पशुम् तयज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा अयजन्ता साध्या ऋषयश्चये तस्मात् यज्ञात् सर्वभूतः संवृतं वृषधाज्यम् पशुगुस्तागश्चक्रे वायुज्ञान आरण्यान् ग्राम्याश्चये तस्मात् यज्ञात् सर्वभूतः ऋचुः सामानि जग्निरे छन्दागुंसि जग्निरे तस्मात् यजुस्तस्मादजायत तस्मादश्वा अजायन्त एकेशोभयाधतः गावो जग्निरे तस्मात् कल्पयन् मुखं किमस्य को भावो काहुरूपादा उच्यते ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरो तदस्य यद्वैश्यः पद्यागं शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षुः अजायत मुखादिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणाद् वायुरजायत नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षम् शीर्षोऽब्धौ समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशश्चोत्रात् तथा लोकागम् अकल्पयन् वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विजित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वा विवदन् यदास्ते दाता पुरस्ताद्यमुदाधार शक्रप्रविद्वान् प्रदिशश्च तस्रः तमेवं विद्वानमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्थः अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् देहनाथं महिमानः सजन्ते यत्र पूर्वे स्थाप्यासन्ति देवाः अभ्यः सम्भूतः पृथिव्यैरथाश्च विश्वकर्मणा समवर्ततादि तस्य स्पष्टा विदधद्रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमादानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वानमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीरा परिजानन्ति योनिम् मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेदसः यो देवेभ्यो तपतिः यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो ऋषाय ब्राह्मणे ऋचं ब्राह्मणं जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा अशन्वशे स्त्रीश्च ते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्यो अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनौ व्याप्तम् इष्टं मनीषाणा अमुं मनीषाणा सर्वं मनीषाणा ॐ तच्चैयोरावृणीमहे गातुर्यज्ञाय गातुर्यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वन्ति गातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। Just follow up with me. जय गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष मां ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ 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 ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ 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 ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಜೈ ಗಣೇಶ ಪಾಹಿ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಜೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ. Another Namavali, just follow after me. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ನೋಡ ನೀರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ನೋಡ ನೀರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ. ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ. ಭಯವೇನು ಗುರುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ನೋಡ ನೀರಲು ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ನೋಡ ನೀರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ. ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ. ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ. ಭಯವೇನು ಗುರುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ. ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ. ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. ಸುಖವೇನು ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ. ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ. ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. Try to sing the full line now. Okay. Easy. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನೊಡನಿರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನೊಡನಿರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನೊಡನಿರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನೊಡನಿರಲು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದುರಾಗೆ ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ. ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ ನೀನೊಬ್ಬನಿಲ್ಲದಿರೆ ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗೆ ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ ಭಯವೇನು 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 ಗುರುವೇ. ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು 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 ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು ಪ್ರಭುವೇ ಸುಖವೇನು ಪ್ರಭುವೇ. ಭಯವೇನು ಗುರುವೇ ಭಯವೇನು ಗುರುವೇ. ನಾಮಾವಳಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮೀ. ತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಮಾ ತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬದಯ ಸಾಗರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬದಯ ಸಾಗರಿ ಮಾ ತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಮಾ ತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬದಯ ಸಾಗರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬದಯ ಸಾಗರಿ ಮಾ ಸುಂದರ ವದನೆ ಮಾ ಸುಂದರ ವದನೆ ಮಾ ಅಂಬಸ ಗುಣ ಮನೋಹರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬಸ ಗುಣ ಮನೋಹರಿ ಮಾ ಸುಂದರ ವದನೆ ಮಾ ಸುಂದರ ವದನೆ ಮಾ ಅಂಬಸ ಗುಣ ಮನೋಹರಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬಸ ಗುಣ ಮನೋಹರಿ ಮಾ ಜಯ ಜಗ ಜನನಿ ಮಾ ಜಯ ಜಗ ಜನನಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಿಣಿ ಮಾ ಅಂಬ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಿಣಿ ಮಾ जननी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ हृदय निवासिनी माँ हृदय निवासिनी माँ अम्ब पाप विमोचनी माँ अम्ब पाप विमोचनी माँ हृदय निवासिनी माँ हृदय निवासिनी माँ अम्ब पाप विमोचनी माँ अम्ब पाप विमोचनी माँ त्रिपुर सुंदरी माँ अम्ब दया सागरी माँ त्रिपुर सुंदरी माँ अम्ब दया सागरी माँ करुणा रूपिणी माँ करुणा रूपिणी माँ अम्ब संघ जननी माँ अम्ब संघ जननी माँ करुणा रूपिणी माँ करुणा रूपिणी माँ अम्ब संघ जननी माँ अम्ब संघ जननी माँ जय जग जननी माँ जय जग जननी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ जय जग जननी माँ जय जग जननी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ भक्ति विदायिनी माँ भक्ति विदायिनी माँ अम्ब मुक्ति प्रदायिनी माँ अम्ब मुक्ति प्रदायिनी माँ भक्ति विदायिनी माँ भक्ति विदायिनी माँ अम्ब मुक्ति प्रदायिनी माँ अम्ब मुक्ति प्रदायिनी माँ त्रिपुर सुंदरी माँ अम्ब दया सागरी माँ त्रिपुर सुंदरी माँ अम्ब दया सागरी माँ त्रिपुर सुंदरी माँ अम्ब दया सागरी माँ तव कथामृतम् सप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्तये भूरिदा जना तव कथामृतम् सप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्तये भूरिदा जना
Taking refuge in the holy feet of Sri Sarada Devi, the universal mother, and Sri Ramakrishna, the teacher of the my humble salutations to them forever. Kalyananam abhikalanidhi kapi karunya sima Nitya moda nikamavachasa mauli mandhara mala Tampad divya madhu vijayanaga sannidattam sadame Saisha Devi Shakala Bhuvana Prarthana Kamadeva. May Divine Mother, infinite source of all auspicious things, the ultimate abode of compassion, one who is glorified in the Vedanta, the divine consort of Sri Ramakrishna, and the unique benefactor for all the worlds, always manifest before me. My humble salutations to you all. Last week we had a glorious day called Guru Purnima, the birth of the sage Veda Vyasa. We can't say birth, like appearance of him in a human form. So I will tell you a story related to his, something related to Guru. So once Sukadeva, the son of Veda Vyasa, went to the Vishnu's abode. We say Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means not that what we see in the movies. Vaikuntha, the real meaning of etymology says there is no karma. Where there is no karma is Vaikuntha. We usually call abode of Vishnu. Again, Vishnu means please don't make a personal, you can also make personal. Vishnu means all pervading, expansion. So as he was about to enter the Vishnu's abode, the gatekeeper stopped him because he didn't have a guru, Sukadeva. But Sukha is the son of Veda Vyasa, who is the guru of all gurus. So Sukadeva thought, my father is the guru of the all gurus. Then why I should have my own personal guru? He had that in his mind. So, but in Svetasvatara Upanishad, there is a beautiful verse which says, Vedante paramam guhyam purakalpe prajoditham na aprashanthaya dhathavyam na aputraya ashishyaya va punah. Meaning is, anybody who attains that the highest abode must go through a proper channel, which is through Guru, and he should be initiated by that Guru. Otherwise, he is not eligible to enter the divine. Or the Upanishad says that his passion has to be subdued, and also he should be a son. Son means spiritual son, who has taken initiation from a realized soul. So the Upanishad says that. So Shuka, being the son of the Veda Vyasa, he thought that I am from the great Guru's lineage. My family has got that kind of respect and their title. Why I should have Guru? And he was a bit prideful and he is more of sanctimonious. So he left the Vaikuntha and informed his father Vyasa regarding the obstacle he faced in Vaikuntha. Vyasa humbly replied, "Okay, then it wouldn't be inappropriate for father to give. He may not, evaluate his son properly. So he thought, you go to King Janaka and get the initiation from him." So Sukadeva thought, what King Janaka? He is a king, and he is not a renunciate. He's not a tyagi. He is ruling a kingdom, And obviously, he thought that he may not have undergone penances or austerities. So he was a bit hesitant to take him as his guru. But anyway, his father has acknowledged, so he proceeded towards the palace. So with that pride and also that sanctimonious kind of feeling, he was started following, proceeding towards the king. He thought that the king will come forward to receive him with proper respect, because he is the son of the great sage Vyasa. So he thought that way. But he was disappointed. The king ordered his servant to stop him wherever he was and not to allow him further into the palace. So Sukha just happened to be standing on the spot where the palace garbage was dumped. So they used to throw the garbage over the walls. Even in India, you will see people throwing garbage over the walls, not knowing who is there on the other side. So, like that, he was standing exactly on the other side of the wall, and the people inside the palace used to throw garbage over the wall, and it used to pile, and he was buried under the refuse. So 4 days passed. King did not bother about that. Then he decided, he remembered, I have told this Sukha to wait. Then he called his attendants and inquired, is that fellow still standing there? And then he said, yes. The servant said, yes, he is standing there. Then he said, okay, let us extricate this guy from the heap of garbage, and ordered his attendants to wash him, give him good dress, and bring him to the airport. But still, he had that pride of renunciation. Who? Sukha. Sukha always thought that, I am the renunciate, because I was born to a great sage who was another king of renunciate, like that. The pride. The king Janaka wanted to take this pride out of this fellow. So he wanted to create a big illusion, magic. So as he entered the court to meet the king, the servant came running, reporting that the King Janaka's city is on fire. Then he said, it is all God's will. What can I do? And then after a while, another report came, saying that the fire has reduced all the courts and other places of his city, reduced to ashes. Then he said, "It's God's will," said the king. All this Sukha is watching. And then another news came that the fire has approached closer to the palace, and it is going to consume all who are there in the palace. Obviously, this king is there, Sukha is there. Then again the king repeated, all by the will of God. Then Sukha was watching all these, thinking, this fellow is a fool. This king is a fool, and there's a fire happening around, and he's not extinguishing the fire, but rather telling it is God's will, what is happening with this fellow. Then Sukha thought, okay, let me escape from here. So he grabbed whatever he had a small bag, and he took his bag and he was about to flee. Then immediately he held his hand, caught him, and told him, and said, look, Sukha, see, all my wealth and possession is being reduced to ashes. And I am not disturbed by this. But you have a small, you have some sack, a small bag you have. So what is that going to value? What is the worth of that? You want to save that, and you want to flee to save this your possession. My entire possession is on fire. I am not disturbed. Now you tell me, who is more renunciate? You are. Then Sukha understood what a silly I am to just because the entire of his possession is burning, and he is not disturbed at all. And I only possess a small bag, and I'm seeking to guard that. So obviously, he's a great renunciate. So he decided, okay, please give me initiation. But Shuka did not, the king did not approve. He said, wait, you don't deserve getting initiated, wait. Then a small king declared an ovation to welcome Sukha. Then he ordered his servants to take this Sukha wherever he wants in the city, his country, for a sightseeing tour, picnic. But he gave a condition to Sukha: you please carry this full cup of milk. This full cup of milk with wherever you go, and he bade, and you should not spill the milk. One drop, it was the brim. You should carry that cup of milk, and go wherever he wants to go in the city, guarded by his soldiers. The soldiers were to accompany, and he gave orders to the soldiers: the moment this fellow spilled the milk, you behead him on the spot. So that is the condition. So Sukha went. He thought, okay, I am a renunciate, I am a great talented person. So I know these are all nothing for me, because he has attained that pinnacle of that great concentration and all the samadhi, whatever we say. So he carried the milk with almost on the full. He was moving around the big town of Chanaka. Then they finished their excursion, returned to the kingdom. Then the king asked, "Oh, I'm sure you had a nice time today, and hope you saw all my various sightseeings. As in Portland, you have many things to see. So, like you have seen all my important places in my city." Then Shuka replied, "O king, as it turned out, I saw nothing. For at every moment, for all my thoughts were concentrated on this cup, so that on this cup, lest I should spill this, spill a drop and lose my life." So he was concentrating all the time on that cup of milk. Said Sukha. Then king replied, "See, Sukha, this is how I live in the midst of all this luxury and grandeur. You told me I'm a king, and I may not have practiced penance and austerities and enjoy all the, as a kingly affairs. But I'm not doing that. I'm also carrying this cup of milk." What is that milk represents? The devotion to God. And I'm all the time focused on that. And all these, the grandeur and luxury is all ephemeral. Though I'm living in the kingdom, but my focus is all the time in the lotus feet of God. And this cup is like a death. and inside the cup, the milk, my mind on God is there, and I have to protect that. Though I am living in this world, but never, I'm not seeing any of these things. I'm doing my work. I'm carrying this focus on God wherever I go, but I focus on that. Moment I don't focus, then I'm beheaded. I face death. So this is what the moral here is. Ramakrishna says that live in the world, and but always concentrate on God. And you let the boat be on the water, and don't allow the water to enter the boat. Otherwise, it will sink. So as we all have to live in the world. We all have to do our duties, whatever we do, whatever we have. But our mind should be focused on all the time in the lotus feet of divinity. Whosoever is your personal God, doesn't matter. Focus, your priority is that maintaining the balance, your relationship between us and God. All others are just like not seen in the story by the King Janaka. So recapping our previous class. So in previous class we saw how Sri Ramakrishna is a central figure. We are in the second chapter of the Gospel with companies, with Ramakrishna with company of devotees. So Ramakrishna is a central figure. He is like a full moon who is emanating that cooling rays to his devotees. The Lord is the means and also our destination. So he is giving us all the necessary strength to build our means. Here means yoga. To proceed towards that Brahma Anubhava or experience of Brahma. So the second is we observe how Sri Ramakrishna prayed to Mother Kali to practice the harmony of religions. He prayed sincerely to Mother Kali. Oh Mother, please teach me how the Christians pray. Please teach me how Muslims pray. So let me learn their prayer offerings so that I can imbibe that in my life. Ramakrishna humbly want to practice other faiths after seeing the vision of Kali. That we must take note of this. The Ramakrishna states that Brahman is infinite, and nobody can compete or complete describing Brahman. That's what infinite means. You cannot complete it. If one says that Brahman cannot be known in completion, that person knows Brahman. You cannot complete it. So to know Brahman through jnana and reasoning is extremely difficult path. So here jnana is more of the people who follow that everything is absolutely unreal, that I am exactly the same Brahman. That people who follows that path. It is very difficult to follow that path. Because they have to get rid of everything and make themselves as an attributeless Brahman. So that is the aim of that path. So it is an extremely difficult path. And the reasoning is also a difficult path. So that is the opinion of Sri Ramakrishna. Now we are in the page 95, first paragraph. I will read the prose. So Pandit Samadhi concept here, Samadhi means concept of learning together. Here you see a personality, but also we should know the meaning of that word, of that name. Samadhi is of course a person, but why that person comes here in this situation? The concept of learning together, because the chapter is in company of devotees. Now Sri Ramakrishna is imparting the teachings how to attain God. So last class we saw the Ramakrishna's the four sadhanas, the fourfold sadhanas. So this sadhana chatushtaya of Sri Ramakrishna. You will see that again. So here we are all learning together. So he is going to teach to all of us. See, it is, of course, I will tell how the teacher behaves with in a class and differently. The same teacher, when he is evaluating the answer sheets of students, that teacher has to behave differently. I will tell you as we go. So now we are all learning together. So the name Samadhi represents that. The Brahma devotees introduced him to Sri Ramakrishna as a scholar, well versed in the Vedas and other scriptures. The master said, "Yes, I can see inside him through his eyes, as one can see the objects in a room through the glass door." This is the glory of the master. You know, one fellow like us, he heard a great master under a tree. So he is a harbinger. He was able to foretell his past and everything. So obviously we will run to know who are we and our future prospects. If anybody could tell it precisely, we will go and meet that person. Clairvoyance, we call it, something like that. So this fellow went and he played his obeisance. "Oh Swami, I heard lots about you, that you are able to tell the past and the future. So accept my salutations, and please tell me something about. Please tell something about me." Then the Guru looked at him so intensely and said, "You know, in your life, you have taken several loans. You have borrowed many loans." And he said, "Wow, yes, that's very true. How did you find it?" "Really, yes, I have taken lots of loans. Everywhere I have borrowed. Wherever there is an opportunity, I have borrowed." Then Swami, how did you know? Then the monk said, I am your lender. And after giving all my money to you, I have become bankrupt. So I am now sitting under a tree as a monk. So that is the see, Ramakrishna is not like that, who is able to see people inside through eyes, but he had a real power. Okay, so the Trilokya sang. Suddenly the master stood up and went into samadhi, repeating the mother's name. Coming down a little to the plane of sense consciousness, he danced and sang. 1 minute, excuse me. Bhuvan, is the volume is all correct? Do you know how to adjust that? So sometimes I receive complaint that the volume is low or it is not. It's on mute or something. Can you check whether it is unmuted?
Yes, it's unmute. Maybe the volume, maybe.
Is there somebody else?
No,
I don't know.
It's recorded,
Sometimes I get feedback. I
there
get
are more than
feedback
one person
later.
on Zoom. Yeah, one person.
I get feedback that they are not able, they are not audible.
We are good now.
So that is why I want this housekeeping. Sorry for the interruption. So I drink, Sri Ramakrishna sings, I drink no ordinary wine, but wine of everlasting bliss. As I repeat my mother Kali's name, it so intoxicates my mind that people take me to be drunk. First, my guru gives molasses for the making of the wine. My longing is the ferment to transfer it. Knowledge that maker of the wine prepares it for me then. And when it is done, my mind imbibes it from the bottle of the mantra, taking mother's name to make it pure. Drink of this wine, says Ram Prasad, and the four fruits of life are yours. Here, four fruits means dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is righteousness and your things what you possess, and kama is the desires, future desires, and liberation. So here Ram Prasad is a great Bengali Shakta saint who merged with Mother Kali. We have discussed his life in our previous classes. So just a reminder. The master looked at Kesav tenderly, as if Kesav were his very own. He seemed to fear that Kesav might belong to someone else. That is to say, that he might become a worldly person. Looking at him, the master sang again. Here, the Kesav Chandra Sen was a very a prominent figure in the Bengal, and he was a philanthropist and also a charitable person. So this kind of charity attitude is little tricky. So we have money, we have fame, and we are charitable. People come to us, and we, it is very appealing, and we get carried away by this kind of socialization, and completely forget that cup of milk in that story. If you drop, you'll have to face death. So we forget God completely, and we go into this kind of socializing, social reformation. So Sri Ramakrishna wants this case of to always remember God in all his act of charity. We might do all kinds of service to everyone, but we should not allow the pride to enter into us. Sri Ramakrishna is a real teacher. He is telling us how to purify ourselves. Otherwise, we will not be allowed to enter the abode of Vishnu. So our aim is God. The God realization is the secret. And that is the main thing. Like as this Sukha carrying that cup of milk, and he should not spill that. But he has to walk. So we have to be charitable. We have to help all. But we have to see God. That is very important. See God in all. So we need humility, then service to all. Then we have to see God in all. And the last one is accept all faith as the powers or the ways to attain the same God. This is the formula. Sri Ramakrishna uses it many times subtly. So here, Kesav wanted to, because he loved Kesav Chandra Sri Ramakrishna, because he was a pure man and he has the service intention to help all, but he wants to make sure that he is seeing God in all. That is the main part which Ramakrishna wanted to inform. So one beautiful incident in Swami Trigunatitananda, which is early life. Trigunatitananda is one of the 16 disciples of Sri Ramakrishna who came to San Francisco.
What was his name?
Trigunatitananda.
Before that.
His name was Sarada Prasanna.
Sorry, what?
Sarada Prasanna. So he came, he was the head of our San Francisco Center many years, and Swami died in America. So before he became Trigunatitananda, his name was Sarada Prasanna, was born in an aristocratic family. And he regarded all physical work as a medium. because he was like led a very princely life. He always had servants to do all other works. He never carried even a cup of water to anybody. He was pampered that way by his parents. So one hot day, Sri Ramakrishna requested Sarada, "Oh, Sarada, fetch me some water and wash my feet." Yes, Ramakrishna ordered this to Sarada. Sarada has never done that. In fact, his feet was always washed by his servants at home. His boy flushed with embarrassment. He has asked me to do this. I have never done in my life, and even my parents have not asked me to do this. And also he was embarrassed because he ordered in front of his friends who were all gazing, looking at him very intently. So he felt ashamed. So Ramakrishna repeated the request. What are you waiting for? Go and get some water, cool water from Ganges. So Sarada had no other choice. He went and got a pot of pitcher of cool water and he washed. Later, Sri Sarada Prasanna, who became Swami Trigunathithananda, said that incident broke his pride. That is the glory of the Guru. Realized Guru. And he began his education in the spirit of service. So that transformed the Sarada Prasanna into Swami Trigunathithananda. Name is also Trigunathithananda, one who has transcended beyond these three gunas. That is Sattva, Rajas. Continuing quoting the last part of the song, he said to Kesam, "This is to say, renounce everything and call on God." Christ said the same thing. Renounce everything and follow me. Christ exactly said in the Gospel that renounce everything and call on God. And he said, God alone is real and all else is illusion. Now, this illusory, we need to understand what he means by that. See, in our story, all these things are in that Sukha was carrying that cup with the milk. And he is more focused on not trying to spill. And while he was focusing on that, he couldn't see anything around. Though he visited, for example, suppose if he has asked to visit America, he might have gone to visit New York, that Statue of Liberty, then White House, then so many other, the San Francisco Bridge. We went everywhere with that milk, with pot of milk or cup of milk. But he did not see any of these tourist spots. Same way that here, when we look into that, when we focus on God, the world is almost nothing. But when we don't focus on God, then the world is all the time appealing to us. We are carried away by the sights, and obviously we would have spilled milk. Then we know there is no escape. We have to. What did the king Janaka said? If you spill the milk, you behead it to his soldiers. So we are all surrounded by such soldiers. If we disturb our concentration with God, then somewhere we will be attacked. That is the so remember this. Remember this all the time. So this is not like a caution, but God is full of compassion. He is always the God is there to help us. So Sri Ramakrishna says, He alone is real. All else is illusion. Without realizing of God, everything is futile. Very important statement. Without realizing of God, everything is futile. And this is the great secret. So the secret here is we must realize God. That means we have to include God in everything we do. And Sri Ramakrishna will say how to see all these things in the future reading. So we have to include God. Otherwise, if you take out, imagine we eat mango without the taste. The taste is the God. So, because in 10th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, he specifically mentions his glory in each and every power. So, he is the shark among the fish, he is the eagle among the birds, the best among the best. So, anything we do, what we will be, something best is there in that action. That best is God. If you remove that, then what is the use of that? So that is the secret behind this. So, and also in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it says, whatever the fruit is accrued through the various meritorious deeds and regular studies of Vedas or performance of sacrifices and austerities and gifts, all these good deeds can only reap the material benefits, and that is transient or temporary. So the devotion to God alone will lead to liberation, and that is the one which is going to liberate us from the bondage of the world. So these are all the general thing informed in all religions. Wherever you go, whichever the class you attend, the religious class, they will talk about this. So the yogis who has realized this truth, this world is an ephemeral, and the material attachment is not going to give us peace. They attach themselves to the God realization. So that is how the 8th chapter ends in the Bhagavad Gita. The 9th chapter name is Royal Secret. Royal Secret and Royal Path. So the Royal Secret is the 9th chapter glorifies the eminence of the Supreme Being, the Supreme Lord, you can say, how to make that Lord as an object of adoration. The 9th chapter says that, and the 9th chapter ends this way, that Manmanam avapat bhaktro madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishesya yuktaivam atmanam matparayana. Beautiful statement. The 9th chapter ends this way. So what does it say? Always think of me, like the cup, the milk cup with the milk. So always think of me. Be devoted to me. Concentrate. Worship me and offer your obeisance to me, salutations to me. And having dedicated your mind, fully focused, our vision is on that, not spilling the milk out of the cup. And dedicate your body, mind to me, and you will certainly come to me. That is the meaning. See, Ramakrishna very colloquially declares that worldliness is illusion, not the world. Worldliness. And he will later say that don't allow the water to enter the boat. The boat can be in the water, but on the water. Don't allow the water to enter the boat. If we allow, then the boat will sink. Otherwise, the boat can comfortably stay on the water and travel. So that is what he means. So the master sat down again and began to converse with the devotees. For a while, he listened to a piano recital. Piano is their harmonium. You know harmonium? Fatima? That small box.
It's like a
kind
keyboard.
keyboard.
Oh.
Indian keyboard.
They always play it.
The familiars, they play, right?
So they enjoying it like a child. Then he was taken to the inner apartments where he was served with refreshments and the ladies saluted him. As the master was leaving Keshav's house, the Brahma devotees accompanied him respectfully to his carriage. Now we are moving to the another day in the same chapter, Sunday, April 9, 1882. Sri Ramakrishna was seated with his devotees in the drawing room of Pran Krishna Mukherjee's house in Kolkata. It was between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Since Colonel Vishwanath lived in that neighborhood, the master intended to visit him before going to see the Keshav at Lily Cottage. A number of neighbors and other friends of Pranakrishna had been invited to meet Sri Ramakrishna. They were all eager to hear his words. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, God and his glory. So God and his glory. So what is his glory? This universe is his glory. We are all glories of God. We are all each and individual, we are all individual souls or glories of the same one Brahman. Like sun has got rays, billions of rays it emanates. And we are all rays and the sun. And the sun and the rays are two distinct from each other, inseparably as one. And all varieties are all in the glories. We have infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, so many rays are there. If you use certain app gadget to observe all these, I'm not a science person. And you see all that. So the glories are both sentient and insentient. Insentient means non-living beings, matter. And B, individual souls are all glories of one sun, not two suns. They have only one sun. So like that, the entire universe is his glory. Sri Ramakrishna himself says that. And people see his glory and forget everything. So we don't include God, the owner. We go to London. Those days, not now. It is a constitutional monarchy. But before, when you go to London, you have to meet the king. Because the entire UK belongs to that one king or queen. And everywhere you go, that thing belongs to that king, the king only. We cannot bifurcate our thought. Oh, this doesn't belong to king or just only that. It doesn't, like we say, Oregon is not America. Can't say that. I live in Oregon, but not in America. You cannot say such statement. It's absurd. So the glory is this universe, but we don't see God, but we seek His glories. We seek only the glory of the God. Ramakrishna says, all seek to enjoy woman and gold, but there is too much misery and worry in that. If you take the God out of that glory, and that glories are going to be troublesome. That is the message. So this world is like the whirlpool of Vishalakshi. That is a very colloquial, rustic term which Sri Ramakrishna used. A stream near Sri Ramakrishna's birthplace is called Vishalakshi, which is just like a tornado once a boat gets into it, there is no hope for its rescue. Again, the world is like a thorny bush. You have hardly freed yourself from one set of thorns before you find yourself entangled in another. So once you enter a labyrinth, you find it very difficult to get out. Living in the world, a man becomes scared as it were. So all these things happens if we don't include God, who is the owner of this universe, who would be like our guide, eternal companion. He is the guide with is like a torch or a flashlight as when we walk inside this labyrinth. So here we need to understand that the entire glory plus the God or Brahman together in organic unity, it is non-duality, is the message of Sri Ramakrishna. So in our story, we need to go around the world, but only focused on the God. We must go around the world. He did not say that world is an illusion in that story. We have to walk, but with the God concentrated on God. Then wherever we go, we are going there, but we are not attached. Our mind is not disturbed by the ephemeral things are making us disturbed. Means what we mean by disturb, that we are trying to forget God. That is the disturbance. Now the devotee asks, what is the way, sir? The master replies, prayer and company of holy man. Now Sri Ramakrishna introduces the importance of the holy company. What is this holy company going to do to us? Because everywhere we need benefit. If I do this, what am I going to get? That's what we always think. We based on the benefit only we want to act. So Ramakrishna is going to give us what is the use of holy company. Because he is always emphasizing that holy company, holy company. So what is the way, sir? Master replies, prayer and the company of holy men. You cannot get rid of an ailment without the help of a physician. So, but it is not enough to be in the company of religious people only for a day. You should constantly seek it. For the disease has become chronic. We all the time get into the same disease repeatedly. And so we need to seek holy company again. Not that once, not that we get one time headache and that's it. No. How many headaches we have got? How many times we have become sick so far in our life? And we have taken medicines, we have taken remedies. And every time we become sick, we have to go to the hospital or meet doctor or self-medication, remedies. So Ramakrishna says we have to frequently seek holy company. Then holy company, what do we mean by holy company? Anybody doesn't mean that the person should be a holy man like me or wear a derua like this, a monk, or that is not the point here. Holy company means anyone who is trying to help one to think about God. That company is a holy company. You might sit in your backyard surrounded by beautiful plants. If that can give you an elevation towards the godly thoughts, that company is a holy company. Or any people who can uplift you, elevate you, motivate you for the higher thoughts, that person is a holy company. So that's what Sri Ramakrishna says. So you should constantly seek for holy company, for disease has become chronic. Again, you can't understand the pulse rightly unless you live with a physician. Our problems differs. And the same headache what we had 20 years back, currently we might have headache, but it might have a different reason. So we need to have constant touch with the holy people so that our problems are also different. So moving with him constantly, that is holy man, you learn to distinguish between the pulse of flame and the pulse of fire. So Sri Ramakrishna introduced Chadana Chatushtaya, that is fourfold efforts for the current era. So what are those? We have discussed this elaborately in our previous classes. I repeat it again. Holy company. Second is seeking solitude or solitariness. Go in solitude and pray towards God. Third, discrimination, the knowledge of showing what is real and unreal. That is, God alone is real and the world is ephemeral. Our worldliness should not be allowed. Third is finally devotion to God. That is called in Sanskrit Nitidhyasana. Sravana, Manana, Nitidhyasana. Sravana means we hear. So we attend many lectures. Many sadhus are giving lectures worldwide through many ways. Continuously hear them. We go and meet them, interact with them. That is Sravana. That is hearing. Then cogitation. After hearing, you have your own ideas. You start believing some particular philosophy or ideas, and you keep cogitating. Nitidhyasana means it is an extension of that cogitation. That means with absolute love, devotion, not dry cogitation, not we don't become a fanatic. Use our discretion and with love, with absolute love, that yearningness, moisturizing your thoughts. That is what is Nitidhyasana. So Sri Ramakrishna says the first is the holy company, and we get this. We have to be in holy company. The main purpose is to purify our mind. That is to involve us in karma yoga. When we are with holy company, we get the same spirit. Example, we all work in corporate offices. We have teams, and each team have their team objective, and all team members work exactly for achieving that objective with that team spirit. And the team leader there is, like a choreographer trying to, harmonize everyone to have that spirit towards that achievement. So then it's easy for us. Everybody is in the same spirit, and we move in that spirit towards achievement of that team goal. Now, what is the good of holy company? What is the benefit? Everywhere we go and purchase, what is the guarantee we get? TV, 2 years guarantee, 3 years guarantee in our iPhones. And then whatever the gadgets we get, we want guarantees, we want benefits, we want lots of benefits before we invest. So what is the in holy company? If I invest in holy company, what is the benefit?
Yearning for God.
Very good. Very good reply. That's what Ramakrishna is going to say, and we have said that. So it begets earning for God. Ramakrishna answers. It begets earning for God. It is easy for us. When we are with holy company, it is easy for us to get that spirit of yearning for God. This spirit is available in all religions. Islam, Buddhism, Christianity. They have prayer meetings. Very good. It's a very good thing. And Hinduism, whichever religion, because this is the methodology that whichever path we follow, this is the methodology. Sri Ramakrishna's methodology is spot on that. Because practically understood how to behave ourselves in this current era. If you are a Christian, be a better Christian. If you are a Muslim, be a better Muslim. If you are an atheist, be a better atheist. Swamiji says that. He says, believe in yourself. Believe in your own talents. That's what Sri Ramakrishna indirectly said to us through Swami Vivekananda. So it begets earning for God. It begets love of God. Nothing whatsoever is achieved in spiritual life without yearning. Even the material world, we need to earn to get more money. Otherwise, we will not be able to get that. We need to push ourselves. By constantly living in the company of holy men, the soul becomes restless for God. This earning is like a state of mind of a man who has become ill in the family. His mind is in state of perpetual restlessness, thinking how the sick person may be cured. Ramakrishna gives some examples. Again, one should feel a earning for God like the earning of a man who has lost his job and wandering from one office to another office to get a job. Otherwise, no food. So that earning one gets once that determination we get for God realization when we have holy company. So that is another way. Earnestly praying to God. God is our very own. The second benefit is we think, when we have holy company, we think that God is our very own. We should say to him, O God, what is thy nature? Reveal thyself to me. Thou must show thyself to me. For why else hast thou created me? Some Sikh devotees once said to me, God is full of compassion. Somebody told to Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna said, but why should we all call him compassionate? He is our creator. He is our own. What is there to be wondered at if he is kind to us? Parents bring up their children. And do you call that an act of kindness? They must act that way. Mother has to show compassion. Here, the mother has to take care of her child. Nothing to feel wonder. And therefore, we should force our demands on God. So, first, Sri Ramakrishna said, we get earning for God. Second, we feel that God is our own eternal companion. And he is our father and mother, isn't he? He is saying, it is the son demands his patrimony and gives up food and drink in order to enforce his demand. Then the parents, then another benefit from holy company, the third benefit, he says, it helps one cultivate discrimination between real and unreal. The holy company always focuses us to discriminate between the God and this ephemeral worldliness. So God alone is real. That is to say that eternal substance, and the world is unreal. That is to say it is transitory. Keep on changing. The world will keep on changing. But we don't want the world to change. We don't want change in our body. We don't want the matter, which is the inherent nature of the matter, is to change. But we don't want that to change. That cannot happen. When we are born, our body will start to deteriorate. We might feel it is growing, developing. Then it grows in like a curve, and then it starts. We all are experiencing it. It is like a wave. Every growth will fall. Every growth will fall. So that is the nature of the world. So let us understand that. And let us be convinced with that fact. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. So as soon as a man finds his mind wandering away to the unreal, he should apply discrimination. And the moment an elephant stretches out its trunk to eat a plantain tree in a neighbor's garden, it gets a blow from the iron board of the triangle. So whenever our mind is going towards the worldliness, unwanted things, we should immediately give a strike. It happens in all of us. We wanted to buy banana to the bread buyer. Our aim is to buy banana. As soon as we enter with the basket, immediately our eyes are wandering everywhere and look into various other products along with banana. We miss buying banana. We'll buy all other rest, and then when we go, when we take our car and we, oh my goodness, I forgot to buy banana. But instead, I bought all other things, which is not needed at all. So whenever we go, whenever we are in such plight, we need to give the blow to our mind. We need to control it. So that's what Sri Ramakrishna is saying, a very practical thing which we all do. So the three things which is told regarding this, and I end this discourse. First is the restlessness of God, restlessness for God, which is the complete focus on our vision. That is called Raja Yoga. Second is feeling that God is our own, that is, we are the children of the divine, or Brahman, Shrunvantu Vishwe, Amritasya Putra. So he is the only eternal companion. And soul cannot get rid of the supreme soul. And the Brahman is the soul of the souls. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Kathopanishad Cheta. So he is the real of all the reals, and also the sentient of among all sentients. And then the third thing is they cultivate this feeling is Bhakti Yoga. The first is Raja Yoga, then the Bhakti Yoga. The third is that it cultivates the power of knowledge to discriminate between the real and unreal. That means the God and the ephemeral or worldliness. So with this, I conclude. Mangalam Devicendraya, Iminam Chakravartine, Parashakti Swarupini, Eke Matre Chamangalam, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, Samasta Sat Mangalani Bhavantu. May let all people be happy and let auspiciousness provide the desire. That's it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Oh, later. Okay. Well, do you want to do it?
गाहो रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम, गाहो रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम। आज ये शुभ दिन मिलिए भगत जन, आज ये शुभ दिन मिलिए भगत जन। गाओ गाओ राम कृष्ण नाम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम। राम कृष्ण नामे राम कृष्ण प्रेमे, राम कृष्ण नामे राम कृष्ण प्रेमे। मातिया तक धरना, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम। हरिते गुबार प्रेम अवतार, हरिते गुबार प्रेम अवतार। प्रभु राम कृष्ण गुणगान, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम। जय जय राम जय कृष्ण विश्व गुरु राम कृष्ण, जय राम जय कृष्ण विश्व गुरु राम कृष्ण। एकधारे श्याम शिव श्याम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम, गाओ रे जय जय राम कृष्ण नाम। शांति शांति शांति। जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय, जय महामाई की जय, जय स्वामी जी महाराज जी की जय, जय श्री श्री दुर्गा माई की जय।